All right, we're going to take a look at this forehand. So what we were working on is trying to get a little bit more sideways, a little bit more space so the elbow actually goes out to the ball. But the other thing is, see how the strings are facing upwards? It's not like a huge issue. I think the biggest issue is just he gets so close, and then see how jammed he is right here? This is a typical shot, basically, where his elbow is having to come into the body. He should be swinging the arm outwards. So he needs to turn a little bit more here, just slightly, and then the elbow should go outwards a little bit more. And then notice how the racket doesn't really extend down the target line long enough. Let's take a look at the next one. So I like how he's getting loaded up on his right side here. But again, everything's just coming to the inside. Notice how his elbow is just kind of tucked right here. So he needs a little bit more space. He needs to let that elbow go outwards a little bit more. Here, we'll just play some of these. See how everything's just coming to the inside instead of letting the arm go out. All right, I'm going to end this video and then I'm going to show some examples of proper form. All right, I'm going to show you some pro examples. Kei Nishikori. Just, you can see how he's turned just a little bit more here, and then watch the elbow go out to look at the space here, that space there. That's what we're talking about, is because he has space to the ball, he can rotate and send his elbow out to the ball. This is actually a little bit extreme. So let's take a look at a different player. Also, notice how the strings don't face upwards. See how he, like his opponent would be able to see his back right here. And then as he goes to contact, watch his elbow go away from the body. And then at contact, his hand stops moving along this plane, and then his racket comes around. Notice how his hand just slows down in this plane, and then the racket speeds up. The hand slows down in this plane, and the racket speeds up, comes around. See how the elbow goes away from the body instead of into the body. And then the hand slows down. The hand is going out on this plane, and then the racket comes around. See, once the hand reaches the end of the green line, that's when the racket really speeds up and comes around. Up until the end of the green line, see how he's pulling, 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 pulling. Now the racket launches. So you're pulling out on this green line, and then the racket launches and comes around. That's just where you get your racket hit speed. So that's why you have to slow down the hand right before contact, and then the racket catches up and comes around. But you have to swing outwards on this 45-degree line. So hopefully that gives you an indication of what we're trying to accomplish. Is we've got to get a little bit more space away from the ball. This is me demonstrating how the elbow should be going away from the body. Let's take a look at his forehands. See how it's just coming in. Got to send that elbow and arm outwards. Let's see if I can slow it down here. So he starts out with the elbow up high, but then he brings it into his body. We've just got to create a little bit more space and coordinate that elbow outwards a little bit more. Yeah, everything's just coming in. See, the contact point's out to the right. That's where all the energy should be going, out to the right. Last one. Same thing, just coming into the body.